হ্যাঁ, অ্যাকাউন্টস অফিসার ম্যাডাম, থ্যাংক ইউ, আপনি জয়েন করেছেন।
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. হ্যাঁ, বিমল বাবু, আপনি আস্তে আস্তে শুরু করতে পারেন।
জাস্ট পরিচয় করে দিই অনারেবল গেস্টের সাথে। মধুমা ম্যাডাম, জাস্ট will you show your video on, will you make your video on just for a few minutes?
Yes, good evening, sir. A very good evening to everyone who's present here. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, but video is not
Okay,
on.
okay, fine. Yes, good evening,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. Now it's visible. Yeah.
Yes.
Totally visible.
Yes.
Good evening to
So you are
everyone.
honorable guest today's program.
হ্যাঁ, বিমল বাবু আস্তে আস্তে শুরু করুন।
আচ্ছা, হ্যাঁ, অনেকজনই তো আমরা 28।
ঠিক আছে, ঠিক আছে। হ্যাঁ।
Now we are going to celebrate International Women's Day 2022. The theme of this year is gender equality today for sustainable tomorrow.
Yeah.
But our discussion topic or the title for discussion today is empowerment for women.
Yeah.
This topic we have suggested.
Yeah.
So very good evening. Many participants, faculty members, students have joined here. So we are going to start our program today. আচ্ছা, খুব নয়েজ আসছে কি ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ড আমি যখন বলছি?
সুপার অ্যাডমিনের আসছে। ঠিক আছে, হয়ে যাবে। সুপার অ্যাডমিনের আসছে। হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, ঠিক আছে, সুপার অ্যাডমিন অফ করে দিয়েছে। শুরু করুন।
আচ্ছা, now I will request our principal sir to deliver his illuminating lecture.
Good evening, everybody. Now it is my privilege to address in this type of occasion. Always I believe that in a country or in a world at large, 50% of the population are women. So obviously there is importance of everybody in our society. Now at the outset, I convey my regards to all women of the world who have made the universe beautiful and meaningful to live, with gift of life to all of us. I am surviving today. I am in the world today because somebody has given birth to me. Otherwise, I would not have seen the light of this particular world. Now, International Women's Day is celebrated every year on March 8 to recognize social, economic, cultural, and political achievement of women. The event celebrates women's achievement and raises awareness about women's equality and lobbies for accelerated gender parity. A little history. The United Nations started celebrating Women's Day in 1975, and in 1977, the United Nations General Assembly proclaimed March 8 as International Women's Day for women's rights and world peace. The UN has been celebrating the day since then, setting up a theme every year. Now, as it was mentioned by Professor Bimal Paul, that this year's theme is gender equality today for sustainable tomorrow. And he also mentioned that our today's our theme of today's discussion is women empowerment. Now, I don't find any conflict between two terms, the gender equality and women empowerment. Now, when a woman is empowered, automatically equality comes. Now, I always feel proud that I live in a society or I practice a religion where we don't have any equality. Now, we are proud that we have mother, we have daughter, we have sister. Now, always I believe that my mother, my wife, my sister are the best manager of this world. They don't have any MBA degree, but then also they are managing the home, managing the society and the country at large. Now, you won't find any system where output is defined but input is not defined. My mother is to manage our house where income was not fixed, but she is to deliver all sorts of benefit, all sorts of facilities to everybody, every member of the house. We never inquired whether my mother has taken food or whether she has taken equal share of food in the house. So you will never get a manager like this. Now, with all her distress, the problem, in smiling face, she used to run the family. The same thing is done by my wife. The same thing is done by my sister. So this is the beautiful world, and the world has been made beautiful by the women only. Now we talk about equality, we talk about empowerment. I think the women are already empowered by the gift of God. Only thing they need a little assistance from our home, because they do not beat their own drum. They do not ask for anything in the house. They keep mum and they manages everything. Now, if they get little assistance from every household, a male member like me, then they can conquer the Everest. There is not any power that can hinder them, that can obstruct them to reaching in their goal. Only it is our assistance. And I pray to God that I should be given the energy so that till my last breath, I am capable of respecting the womanhood, respecting their capabilities, and respecting their affection. Then only we feel that I have done something for the person for whom I am in this world today. I am very happy that Professor Bimal Pal has arranged this program, and I can express my gratitude to all the women of the world for whom we are happy, for whom we are alive, for whom we have seen the light of the world. With this, I conclude, and I wish the program the grand success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Principal Sir, for delivering excellent lecture. We learned many things from your lecture. However, now I will request our Accounts Officer, Madam Sulovna Chatterjee, to say something on International Women's Day.
Thank you, sir. It's my great privilege to be here today. Good evening to all of you, and a happy Women's Day to all the women present here. So, as we have the topic here today as women empowerment, so let me start with that. Women empowerment embodies providing and authorizing women to make her life decisions rather than imposing her to follow the norms set by the society. It is a transition from being timid and vulnerable to a stronger and more powerful person, The process of transition involves courage, determination, support, and strength because a lot of judgments are pelting at a woman from every corner. The life journey of a woman consists of transformation from being a daughter or sister to a wife and then mother. This journey can either be beautiful, disastrous, depending upon the kind of men she have around her. The society is disastrous depending upon what kind of men around, depending upon the men who are around her. The society, we know that we have a patriarchal society and we have a male dominated society till now, even in the 21st century. Therefore, voicing an opinion is considered impotent and ill-bred. The growth and development of a woman affect dreadfully, thus impairing her confidence and self-esteem. From hormonal changes to giving birth to a child, her life undergoes a lot of struggle, yet she is looked down and disregarded. Her efforts seem insufficient and faulty. They don't get the respect that they deserve. Their lives are confined to four walls, and men form a conviction that their life's purpose is to fulfill their duty. In the workplace, no matter how much they toil, their credibility is given a toss and are deprived of producing any suggestion or ideas, thus contributing to inequality and imbalance. Crimes like rape, domestic violence, and trafficking are rising at an exponential rate. Thus, the concept of safe and secure is ebbing. Gradually, the evil is taking over the good, which has raised grave concern in the minds of women. Men are misusing their dominance by forming a bubble of perception that floats among male gender. Women are objectified and are treated as minor. They are even denied from education, which further block their paths in gaining access to social, political, intellectual, and religious consciousness. This results in the growth of the society. Women have a huge potential to change the world. Their beings of desire, wishes, goals need an open sky to extend their horizon. If they come together, they have the power to convert the impossible to possible. And our history is the role model of that. In India, women are progressing but have safety issues. Their security is almost at stake. Thus, the government needs to empower women. There is a need to pay attention of their security too, and the woman needs to be respected, not just for one day, for other 364 days too. And for the women Women's Day today, I have a small write-up which I like to share, which are the words which are very true. कुछ चीजें हैं जो तुमसे कहनी है, क्या पता जिंदगी के किस मोड़ पर काम आ जाए। हर दिन कोई नया किस्सा लेकर आ जाए, तुम्हें एक नई बात कहकर जाएगा। तुम लड़की हो, इतनी जोर से मत हंसो, बाहर जा रहे हो, थोड़ा तो मेकअप करो, रोज इतनी फोटोज पोस्ट मत करो, इतनी लड़कों के दोस्त मत बनो। जब तुम सपने देखोगे तो बहुत सवाल उठेंगे। कोई तुम्हारे लिए गाड़ी के दरवाजा खोलेगा तो कोई अपने दिल के दरवाजा बंद भी करेगा। पर सुनो, कोई तुम्हें चाहे कुछ भी कहे, तुम अपनी सुनना। कभी लगे कि दुनिया के लगाए सारे इंजाम और पाबंदियां सही है, फिर भी तुम अपने सपनों को चुनना। तुम अबला नहीं, रानी नहीं, अप्सरा हो। अपने खुद खुद के उसूल बनाओ। दुनिया वाले तो तुम पर उंगली उठाएंगे ही। हर मोड़ पर 100 सवाल लेकर आएगी, पर तुम अपनी उम्मीद के फूल को डगमगाने मत देना। हाँ, और एक बात, प्यार को कभी कमजोरी मत समझना। वही तुम्हारी सबसे बड़ी ताकत है। दिल की खोल कर, दिल खोल कर प्यार करना, दिल खोल कर प्यार देना, पर खुद के लिए बचा के रखना। सवाल करने से मत हिचकिचाना। अपने सच बोलने से कभी मत डर जाना। दिल खोल कर जीना, मन भर के हंसना, और सबसे पहले खुद की सुनना। तुम अबला नहीं, रानी नहीं, अप्सरा हो। थैंक यू।
Thank you, madam, very much for your speech and poem. In a very short notice, you attended our program and gave this lecture. And in various programs, in various occasions, we also get assistance from you. And thank you for this. And we expect in future, I will also get assistance from you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. And now, I will request our Paramita madam from IT department. You are not audible.
মিউট করা আছে, মিউট করা আছে।
Watch out.
Okay, sorry.
Watch it.
Thank you, Vimalda, for the opportunities, and thank you, Principal Sir. As Principal Sir rightfully said, that all women are employed, but we are some lucky women who get salaried. Subjugation of women is common in every civilization. So, on the occasion of International Women's Day, seminars are held all over the world to discuss empowerment of women. What people do not realize is that there is no need to empower a word. And I have a strong objection on this word, this empowerment of women. A woman is capable enough to empower herself. It is true that after centuries of struggle, the idea and implementation of emancipation of women is common, but the spirit is lacking somewhere. We are still in a position where students are judges on the basis of their gender rather than their talent. Since in this seminar, the topic of women empowerment already has been discussed by Shulagna ma'am and Principal Sir, I do not want to lengthen the subject. Rather, as a faculty of engineering college, I want to elaborate the situation of women in technology and engineering. After independence, IITs have been started right after independence. But even though so many years have been passed, if we observe the girls to boy ratio, the situation is really grave. I can recall a story written by Sudha Murthy, where she states that she had faced rejection even before she appeared for the placement in Tata. And the reason for that is that she is a woman. If someone is as bright a student as Sudha Murthy can face rejection just for the fact that she is a woman, it is quite easy to assess how women are treated in the field of engineering. But bright side of the story is that when she wrote a letter to the chairman of Tata, a special interview was arranged and she was selected. Except some area like computer science, electronics, information technology, male-female ratio is still not very impressive in engineering. Even when was complete their degree in technology, many of them have to leave their job, maybe because of the family, in a midway and cannot reach the high level of the job profile. So it is the scenario of worldwide, and this they are specially termed as disingenuous. As a conclusion, I want to repeat what I have already stated before. Women are able enough to empower themselves. All they need is opportunity and, most importantly, equality in the field. Thank you.
Thank you, Paramita Madam, for your speech. You told so many things on empowerment of women. I understood from your speech that women have to come forward for their need, and they have to be united uh, to get the freedom in workplace, in employment, for equal wage, and for everything. Thank you
Thank you.
for your speech. Now I will request our student second year CSE, Ananta Banerjee. Are you present? Yes. Ananta Banerjee, you say something.
Hello, sir. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, audible and visible.
Good afternoon, respected teachers, and good afternoon to all. I feel very honored as a student of this college standing here and about to give a speech on Women's Day. The fact that all the institutes are celebrating Women's Day is in itself a progress. We all know that 8th March is celebrated as Women's Day globally to acknowledge the worth and the significance of womanhood in every sphere of life. The celebration dates back to 100 years where women's needs were acknowledged. One of them is gender equality. The world today is moving towards gender equality, but it's still a long way until it's achieved in true sense. United Nations theme for this year is gender equality for today, gender equality today for a sustainable tomorrow. That means a world free of bias, stereotypes, and discrimination. A world where difference are valued and celebrated. We have seen that women have excelled in every field, starting from Madame Curie to Medicom, from Captain Shoti Singh to Kalpana Chawla. You name it, we have it. I salute all the women out there doing explore the world and make their nations proud. One must feel that women one must feel that but one day cannot be for women, but it might but but having a fixed date or day is raising the awareness which will make in process through the year. So today we must pledge to empower them and also reflect critically only to strive for a greater momentum towards equality. Let's start conversation, let's open agendas which will lead us to a greater world where equality is not just in speeches, where equality is not just in utopia but in reality. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Uh, Thank you, Ananta. Uh, you are a young student, so uh, you have to come forward uh, for the awareness of various various rules and laws which are available in our society, in our country. Uh, Already there are various laws, but many people or women are not aware of that laws. If you make an organization or a club in our college and make awareness program, then it will be also very good. And I request you to come forward to make an club, especially for women and for the awareness, to create awareness among the students. Thank you. Now I will request our student Sneha Tiwari. Uh, Sneha Tiwari has passed last year. She was very active NSS volunteer, and for her activity we have got uh, so many prizes and which had helped us for the assessment of our college. and institute also. Now I request Sinatori to say something about International Women's Day.
Good evening, everyone present over here. Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah.
Is audible.
Yeah, so it's a great pleasure to celebrate this Women's Day with you all and share my thought on this day. So, as Sir has mentioned, that our topic is women empowerment. So, I would like to just share one small example like how small steps can lead to empowerment of women. So when I was in first year of my college, so our principal sir and our Bimal sir and our college gave me the opportunity to join karate classes. So that thing, it literally that thing has changed my life. I mean the self control which I got from here, the confidence which was induced in me after that, that was really good. And I also felt that the empowerment does not come after arranging some events or after changing laws, but by doing small activities. So, suppose for example, so when I go there or when I do something, so if I feel like they are thinking that as I'm a girl, I'll not be able to do it properly. For example, just for coding. So many people think that girl can't be a good coder. Many people also make jokes on the driving capability of women. So these small things, if you can show trust on that woman, she will get huge confidence and she can change the society. But if you will put jokes on her or if you say all these things like you are a girl, just take care of it, and those things looks funny, but it really impacts us very badly. So if we can make small changes in ourselves, like how you treat women, so many things can be changed, even in fun as well. So so I felt in my college like that college really gave me empowerment. Like our principal sir, Bimal sir, so they all started many activities. They also like this event also. So when sir asked me to join this, it was great pleasure for me because I could feel like sir is showing some kind of trust on me. So this is also a part of empowering movement. And now coming to the society, so if we can give equality to the women, will change the whole society because women are the someone who can build the society. So that would be very great. And last year also I got some research and I saw that in every phase of life, a woman faces a lot. Before birth also, many people kill the girl child, even before she has taken birth on this world. After birth also, many incidents happen when she maybe from age 8 to 12, according to the data, many girls get married. Then they are being said that you are a girl and you do not need education anymore, so better you stay at home, you learn something which will help you to get adjusted in your in-laws house. Then okay, so after that also, so some women get education. So if you are at this stage in a college, then feel that you are very lucky. You are in a house where you have got the chance to get education because very few women get this opportunity. So again, so that's some other phase. Now when I also saw like when after education also, I have seen like many girls dropped out. They do not join any job. Maybe various reasons can be there. Now then a part come where the girls get married. Now after that also there are huge percentage of women where they are said that now you are married, now you have to take care of the whole family. So there is no requirement of any money in our house also, so you better stay at home and do the household chores. Now even if she continues to do that, then according to the data, after pregnancy, one third of the women quit their job. So that data is very shocking. Like even after getting so much education and all those things, still our society lacks a lot in empowering women. So we can take small steps. Even just don't feel we cannot do it. Just for example, I'll tell you, my father lifts very heavy objects. And when I go and try to help him, he asks me, no, no, you don't do this. You will be hurt. No, we won't. Everyone should understand these are the small things which empowers us. We can do this. Just make us believe, show trust on us, and then we can do everything. So I request everyone who is present over here. So whatever change we are expecting others to do, as Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change which you want to see. So just take that little change in yourself. Change yourself a little bit the way you look women. I mean, everyone thinks like, okay, they are women. They should not do very tough job. They should do some light job. Then it's easy. They should do some. They should take some courses where they will get to work in AC. They'll sit in the AC rooms and then. But in our college also, the girls which have passed from our college from ceramic technology, they are going on field and they are working with boys and in scorching heat and in adverse situation, but they are doing it. So it shows that we are very powerful. We just have to show that yes, we believe in you and we believe you can do, and then see what women can do. We can achieve everything in this world. And as our principal sir said, like he has seen his mother. She manages everything. So I totally agree with him in this topic. So I also think this way. So women, not only women, mother, they are not only managers, but they are leaders. They have the quality. I mean, the main quality of a leader is it keeps everything connected. He knows everything about. So what our mothers do? Even I don't know what my father is up to, what my sister is up to, but my mothers know everything. Yeah, okay. My father is going there. My sister is having one exam. My elder sister is going somewhere. She knows everything. She knows what he like, what she like. She knows how to keep everyone connected. If we fight, then also she knows how to take care of everything. So it shows that women have the quality of managing and also of a leader. Now, what else do we want? So just respect them not only on one day but every day. We don't want anything more. We don't want anything extra to be done. We just want to be treated normally, equally. The way you treat a boy, just same way you treat a woman. Just that's it. This is our expectation from the society. If this can be done, then I'm sure like we will be in a better world tomorrow. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Sneha, for your speech.
Yeah, actually, I like to make a comment that I am so happy to hear Sneha has become so mature in her talk. It is a matter of pride for us that the little girl has grown to a mature girl now. The way she speaks. Now, in the morning, today morning, I was talking to my wife. I told her that if all women of the world go for a strike and they say we will not give birth to any child, then whole human race will be destroyed. So our universe, our world are at the mercy of women of the world because you people are the most powerful in the world who can make us survive. So I liked your talk very much. I hope you are doing well in your service also. Please keep your head high so that you should be recognized as an empowered woman of the world.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sneha. But you must fight. You must have sacrifice. Then it can be possible.
Yes, sure,
If
sir.
themselves, then it can be possible to achieve your goal.
Yes, sir.
So this is the
Definitely.
first thing. and you must do something for girls' education.
Yes, sir, certainly. Like
Okay.
if I get chance, I'll love to do that. I'll try to do that from my end.
Okay. But it is not a very good job. It is just idea of sacrifice. You must sacrifice something, not to gain, only to sacrifice for the
Yes.
sake of our society, for the sake of lakhs of crores of women.
Yeah,
Okay, thank
sir.
you.
So yeah, we all women have the capability to sacrifice as well for the society. So try to do that.
Yes, women are already sacrificing. And one proverb I have heard, especially in my village or in many areas, that in Bengali proverbs, স্বাক্ষর মায়ের সন্তান কখনো নিরক্ষর হয় না. And whenever mother will be educated, then her son will also learn something, only to some extent, and will not be
Yes, sir.
illiterate.
Yeah, definitely, sir.
So, okay. Thank you. Now,
Thank you so
our
much.
main speaker, now today's main speaker, our honorable guest, Madhuma Roy, will give her a speech. Madhuma Roy is associated with so many NGOs at Calcutta and also at Chennai. He is actively connected with women organizations and also helps child and girls and in various ways. He is also educator. He is also very active in counseling, and she is a special educator working with children and with special needs. Now I request Madhuma Rai to deliver speech.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, Principal, sir, Mr. Bimal Pal, and the other dignitaries present here. Can I get a little feedback? Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, but video is not on.
Okay, I will do that.
Camera is on.
Yes. I feel honored to be here to share my views on the topic. Before I start, I would like to inform everyone I'm going to do a slide presentation. Sir, it gives me a great honor to hear everyone. It was so inspiring to hear the little girls who have bloomed up to be today's women to speak up on this topic. The significance of today's date needs no special introduction. Women worldwide celebrates this as International Women's Day. This day reminds us of the political, cultural, and socio-economic achievements of women. Significance of womanhood. When we talk about womanhood, as Principal Sir has just now pointed out rightly, and other speakers, my previous speakers, have highlighted, womanhood is nothing but নারী তো স্বয়ং সিদ্ধা, তাকে তো বিধাতা সবই দিয়েছেন, আমরা আর নতুন করে কি করব? But still, the question of women, when it comes to answer womanhood, it pivots around three basic things. The first of which is gender equality, productive right for women, and violence against women and girls. When I talk about gender equality is a human right. A society that values both men and women as equal are safer and healthier. Globally, women have less scope than men, and also access to resources and opportunities limited. When access to everything is less, education is not left around. Access to basic education is limited to some of the girls. As Mr. Pal has just now said, শিক্ষিত মায়ের সন্তান কখনো অশিক্ষিত হয় না, কিন্তু যেখানে যে গ্রাম প্রত্যন্তর গ্রামে শিক্ষার আলোই পৌঁছচ্ছে না, সেখানে হায়ার এডুকেশন মেয়েরা কি করে পায়? আবার এমনও অনেক জায়গা আছে যেখান থেকে কোনো পলিটিক্যাল রিপ্রেজেন্টেশনও পান না মহিলারা। For example, the rugged terrain of the Himalayas or the desert areas, where women, to meet their two ends, they struggle from sunshine to dusk to dawn. Now, the second thing is reproductive right for women. Our constitution has given us, this is our fundamental right. The constitution gives us the right, productivity right controls our destiny. A person should have a say when to raise a family. Then, violence against women. Violence against women every day, day in and day out, when we are talking, so many things are happening around the world. I will not go into those. But it's just a gentle reminder. If any country or a nation needs to progress effectively, that violence against women must be stopped. Primarily, we might say no to dowry. That's not all. The reason why we are here is we have to fight. The fight is against a mindset, not a gender. Where we gradually move into aspiring for a society which is equal and there is no biasness. We try to achieve gender parity. Now, the next part of my presentation is trying to answer the simple question: why is empowering women being talked about? As we strive for a better society, we always emphasize the need for educating the masses. We work to establish a society where there is no gender bias and try to break stereotypism. Social reformers list is big, starting from Dr. Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Dayanand Saraswati, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. They were all crusaders to popularize women's education, which was a foundation to eradicate the various malpractices of our society. Sir and other madams and ladies and gentlemen, all present here, the reason why we women are here, we owe to this great lady, Savitribai Phule. She is considered a pioneer in the field of Indian women's education. Breaking the age-old shackles of tradition and bondage, she is credited for starting the first school for girls in our country. She started her first school at Pune in the year 1848. Now I move on to the other side of the globe, where industrialization had started and factories had come up. Women and men were forced to work in very difficult conditions. In the early 20th century, it was Teresa Malkey, a Ukrainian-born American labor activist, first to raise a concern and stage an uproar about the working conditions in garment factories. She didn't stop there. The fire started spreading in other continents. Women elsewhere were inspired to speak up for their rights. And What they demanded was right to vote, right to hold public office, a public office where they can hear the grievances and also be heard. They also demanded for no discrimination in the name of employment and no disparity in wages. Finally, the UN adopted and acts were set up to equalize pay, equalize economic opportunities, get legal rights, productivity rights, and also rights to prevent violence, not only at workplace, but also in the community. Now, these years are quite significant. It's been told by Sir also, Principal Sir earlier told also all these. But still, 75, the year 75, 1975, it was International Women Year. And 2 years later, in the year 1977, 8th March was first celebrated as International Women's Day. Down the timeline, 2001 was proclaimed as Women's Empowerment Year. It didn't stop there. The year 2010, UN General Assembly created the UN Women. স্বয়ংসিদ্ধা বলে শুরু করলাম না, এই স্বয়ংসিদ্ধাই এখানে আরো বেশিভাবে দেখতে পাচ্ছি আমরা। The UN Women Entity for Gender Equality. The UN Women for Gender Equality lays down principles which governs equality. The empowerment principles establishes rights and tries to do fairly justice to both the male and the female. Establish high-level corporate leaderships for gender equality, treat all men and women fairly, ensure the health, safety, and professional development of women, implement enterprise development, impart training to make them empowered, promote equality, measure and publicly report on progress to achieve gender equality. Such principles offer guidance to promote gender equality and empower women. সমতা ছাড়া কোনো উন্নয়নই সম্ভব নয়। Empowerment includes increasing self-esteem. When a lady leads a life with sense of safety, she contributes more at her workplace. Her skills bloom to her fullest. She is able to help fuel sustainable economy, benefits the family, and each family goes on to make up a community, and eventually the country is benefited. The key part of empowerment is brought about through education. So educating a girl who can pursue higher studies gives a meaning to her life. This is what about equity and women's empowerment UN had. Now, Dr. Sudha Murthy. She's not new to us, the founder, chairman of Infosys. A determined doer, a globe-trotterer, a philanthropist, a brilliant engineer, whatnot, she's got lots of feathers. I am here to share with you a different aspect. When she enrolled for engineering in 1960, she was the only woman in her group of 159 males. Of 149 males, she was the 150th lady. And the college campus did not have a ladies' toilet. Remember the year in 1960. But that didn't deter her spirit. Madam came out with flying colors and she went on to fight for her job. An advertisement from Telco caught her attention where there was a footnote: female candidates need not apply. She didn't hesitate, rather wrote back to J.R.D. Tata asking him how a prime and innovative house could put up such a restriction. To her surprise, she was guaranteed a special interview, a paid trip, and was hired on spot. As we move on and on, there are such inspiring stories. But apart from these inspiring stories, this is also what happens. SSK में 30 দিনে 91 জন মহিলা স্বামীর চড়ে শ্রবণ শক্তি হারাচ্ছেন। হ্যাঁ, এটাও সত্যি। হয়তো আমরা যারা চাকরিজীবী বা উচ্চশিক্ষিত, এই চটটি আমাদের গালে এসে পড়ে না, কিন্তু তাতে কি কিছু কমে গেল? যা হওয়ার হয়ে চলেছে তো আমাদের এই সমাজে। আর আমাদের জানতে হবে এগুলো হলে কি করতে হবে। এগুলোকে আমরা এক কথায় বলি ডোমেস্টিক ভায়োলেন্স। Domestic violence is an ugly truth that our society witnesses. It not only affects the rural sector or the economic weaker sector. There are several instances where financially independent working women suffer. It is not always physical abuse. It can be mental, psychological trauma, which creates a havoc in their life. Now, when such things happen, what do? We have the Women's Helpline, 1091 as it reads. We can always raise our voice against domestic violence, and this number works throughout India. Again, we have the National Commission for Women, where we can register, we can file a complaint when we feel we are not being given justice, be it at our workplace, be it at a private organization, be it in a marketplace. It is actually the attitude of men which plays a role to empower a women. Education plays the biggest role in empowerment. Malala Yousafzai's story is known to everyone. I would not like to indulge in this story because this is a long way. She's gone a long way. But rather, let's go to this. मर्द तो घर के पीछे बैठ जाते हैं, पर हम तो औरत है, हमको तो हर चीज के लिए ज्यादा मेहनत करनी पड़ती है. But why? Yes, this has been taken from the movie Toilet, where a woman strikes back to the society and questions the traditional belief and practices. And finally, she wins. We have the society has been affected by a small virus. The world came to a standstill. There is one more small virus for which vaccine has not yet been invented. Might be we will see the vaccine very soon, but till then, if a woman is educated enough, she was less likely to be infected by the virus. কাজী নজরুল ইসলাম তার নারী কবিতায় বলেছেন, সাম্যের গান গাই, আমার চক্ষে পুরুষ নারীর কোনো ভেদাভেদ নাই, বিশ্বে যা কিছু মহান সৃষ্টি চিরকল্যাণকর, অর্ধেক তার করিয়াছে নারী, অর্ধেক তার নর. But still, 1% of the world wealth goes to women. Globally, women and girls perform long hours of domestic work, and at times they are not allowed to inherit their properties or own lands. This also happens in our country and globally. Even in the workplace, women are prohibited from scaling the ladder. They are not given more credit, under-respected in decision making. Often, body shamed. Again, with the boom in the IT industries, there have come up many ladies who have come from different backgrounds. They have a mother tongue influence on their English. They often have to surrender to various taunts. The next slide, as it shows, gold is traditional. Why should I invest elsewhere? These are the questions which comes to a lady's mind when she's educated. She wants to invest after getting a job. I'm about to get married. Should I club my investment with my husband's or spend it on my own discretion or save it? Or it might be like this: let my husband take the investment decision. I'm not financially savvy. Is this the right attitude? Let us do a quick introspection. I am covered with my employee's group term health insurance policy. Do I still need to buy a separate policy for myself? Yes, ladies, let us feel we are empowered. Let us increase our self-worthiness. We have access and opportunities, power to control our own life, the life within the boundary of the house or outside the house. Recently, as so much is being talked about, recently in the month of August, we saw in Afghanistan the Taliban resurgent, where millions of Afghan women were threatened, girls banned from education. Also, the Ministry of Women's Affairs was disbanded. This is one such depiction which shows Afghan women who's locked in the house, who can't even breathe, but her heart goes out to the sky. With this, I would like to end. Just before that, one word from me. আসুন অন্য মহিলাকে বাঁকা চোখে না দেখে অপ্রয়োজনে নেতিবাচক মূল্যায়ন নয়, একে অপরকে সহমর্মিতা, সহযোগিতায় আলোয় দেখি, সেখানেই নারী উন্নয়নের সার্থকতা। নমস্কার, সবাই ভালো থাকবেন।
Thank you, madam, for your speech. I extend my sincere thanks to you.
Thank you very
You
much.
discussed I was studying also about Savitribai Phule. In the name of Savitribai Phule, there is a university also in Maharashtra, and this is a very big university. Under
Yes.
Savitribai Phule University, there are 800 colleges, and I think this university is the largest university in our country. I think I've not verified it. I think, and I was just studying about Savitribai Phule. Savitribai Phule, with her husband, her husband helped her. And first, you also told that established school, and she established 3 schools and 3 institutions, and she dedicated her life to the cause of girls' education. And one matter is that when she went to the school, you always kept an extra sari, an extra kapor with her to protect her modesty from the conservative society. তখনকার দিনে কনজারভেটিভ সোসাইটির মানে লোকেরা কিন্তু পাথর ছুঁড়ে মারতো, তুমি মহিলা হয়ে তুমি শিক্ষার জন্য কেন এগোচ্ছ, তোমার কাজ রান্নাঘরে, তুমি বাড়িতে থাকবে, এক্সট্রা শাড়ি ক্যারি করতো।
আজ সেখান থেকে বেরিয়ে আমরা সবাই কত এগিয়েছি, তাই না স্যার? খুব ভালো লাগলো আপনার কথা শুনে।
তো যাই হোক, our discussion topic was empowerment of women. Actually, empowerment is the degree of freedom to act independently, the freedom to take the own decision, and to create an environment for equal opportunity. And though there are so many rules in our country, but we are not aware of that rules. Indian Constitution has also given us so many rights, like Article 14 has given us the right to equality. Article 21 has given right to life and personal liberty. And also there are Indian Penal Code. In Indian Penal Code, so many laws are there, but we are not aware of that laws. আমরা যেটা বেশি মানে সবাই শুনেছি মানে we have heard that 498 and 498 section 498 and 498A for the married women, and also there are various laws in Indian Penal Code like 354 which is to keep the modesty, and 354B also for the assault to any woman. And there are also various laws which have been constituted later on, like Domestic Violence Act. It has been it came into force in 2005, and Sexual Harassment Act at Working Place for Women. It came in the year 2013. Also, Equal Remuneration Act. It came into force in 1976. And there is also Act Dowry Prohibition Act 1961, but it is a matter of great sorrow that most of the people are in favor of dowry till now. So we have to fight against dowry. So we have to come forward. And at last, there is a commission, that is National Commission for Women. Madhura Madam discussed it. And in the National Commission for Women, we can lodge online complaint, and the victim does not necessarily to reach any police station or to lodge complaint herself. Even her parents and relatives can also lodge complaint in the National Law for Women. National Law for Women is constituted in the year 1992, following National Commission for Women Act in 1990. And there are also another portals. One is CP-grams. That is Central Public Grievance Redress and Monitoring System. And here we can also lodge our complaints. So the main thing is that to create awareness among the people and also among the women to have their rights among themselves. And so educated people should come forward for this purpose. Then it will be helpful for the empowerment of women, I think. And I also request our principal sir to say something at the last session of this program.
No, I enjoyed all the deliberation. Many things I was also not knowing, and I hope that observing International Women's Day in a year, one day in a year, is not sufficient. This type of should occur, should be organized often, so that a sense of responsibility develops in the mind of all stakeholders. Because human mind, human brain is full of forgetfulness. Always we need to recharge our memory to remember something. So we need recharging practice. To have recharging, at least 3 or 4 programs in a year on this type of topic must be organized in an institute. Then only we'll feel that something can be achieved. Otherwise, it is just only a day celebration, like celebration of birthday of a dead person. Now, if I give an example that we celebrate birthday of Swami Vivekananda, but there are hardly many people who have read the lives of Vivekananda. So it has become a one-day celebration. Then we forget Vivekananda. So it is useless thing. we remember Vivekananda throughout the year. So we start respecting women throughout the year. It is not the matter of a day. So I liked the deliberation of Madhurima Madam. It was such a lucid and informative deliberation. I hope in future also we'll get her in our community if we request her to come our institute, because from 21st of March we are becoming totally offline. Our all classes will be held offline. Then we can have a program in our institute, though it is a online mode. Here we cannot see the face of all participants, we cannot interact with all participants, but after 21st, if we have one such program with Madhurima Madam at our institute, I will be very happy, and I will have an opportunity to interact with her in our institute. With this, I again thank Madam for your cooperation, and you have spent your valuable time with us. I am really grateful to you, Madam.
I'm also grateful, sir, for your inspiring words. It would be my privilege for me if I could meet you and help you or help the society with my little knowledge. Thank you once again, and thank you, Mr. Pal, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. It was a treat to be
Thank you,
with
madam.
all of you.
Okay, we'll invite you in future to come our institute and to talk to our students, to interact our
Yes,
uh,
I will
girl
be
students,
obliged. I will be obliged.
especially. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you to everyone present here.
Okay. I also request our lady faculty members and girl students to come forward to make a club for the purpose of awareness of rights of women.
Yeah,
We
and
are
as
available.
already we have made a girls common room, so it will be ready within 2 or 3 days. So I request our girls student that we can have a occasion of inauguration of the common room with the advanced facility, sitting arrangement, attached toilet, and we can have another program on that very day in our institute.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, as one announcement, after this program is over, there will be a quiz on International Women's Day for the students. And for this purpose, we have created a WhatsApp group. The students have to join in that group. Like examination, I will send the questions in that WhatsApp group, and there will be 15 marks and 15 questions, and time is also 15. And so, student very soon will leave this session, and student are requested to join in that WhatsApp group. And time will be given just sharp 15 minutes. Within 15 minutes, you have to answer and you have to submit. And all the participants will get participation certificate for this program also. And those students will be first, second, third. There will be prize for the quiz. So, Principal sir, shall we end this program? Or?
Yeah. So I am really grateful to Professor Bimal Pal that he was kind enough to organize this program in a very short notice. So I respect your dynamism and commitment for all activity you have been asked to carry forward. We are proud of you, sir.
No, sir. No mention, please. So we are leaving the session, and students are requested to join that WhatsApp group. Now time is 7:14. At 7:20, I will share that question.
Okay. Good night. I am leaving.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Madam. We'll see you in our college in future.
Good
Thank you,
night,
madam.
all.
Good night.
Thank you, everybody.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for your cooperation.
Thank you.
Thank,
So
thank,
thank
thank,
you. Let's close the session.
thank, thank. Okay, thank you. Yes.